right, everybody. Welcome to Blades in the Dark week number 16. I'm Matt. I'm joined by Ian, Mike, who looks like Ben Wyatt, Emily, and Anthony. And today, we get to play more Blades in the Dark and take down the Lampblancks. Hopefully. I have hope that we're not going to die. Right, guys?
Well, death is a very ambiguous thing in the worlds of Blades in the Dark.
Right, guys?
Hi.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Woo!
Great. I'm glad to hear that everyone is doing well here. I hope every one of you in the audience tonight is doing well. We look forward to playing more Blades in the Dark tonight. We have not played more than, or we have not played 2 weeks in a row in like a month or more, because we've had a lot of life stuff. For those of you that missed us last week, first of all, you can check out the VODs for last week on youtube.com/friendlyfiretvgaming, and you should go do that, because if you want to stay caught up, you need to do that. And for those of you that are just joining, one, remind me to activate Nightbot, because it's apparently not here. And two, those life things are, one, I moved, two, Mike moved. And it took a while for us to do that. So, yeah.
Still taking a while for some of us to do that.
That's for sure.
Fully.
Yeah. Yeah, as it turns out, getting established is difficult.
It is. It is very difficult.
Thanks, Anthony, for fixing Nightbot. What did you do?
Well, the answer is jizz.
Do we not have a VODs command? Man, I thought we had a VODs command. I must have
We have
deleted
a
it.
YouTube command.
No, we used to have
Is
a
this
VODs
the
command,
way?
but I must have deleted it. So.
We have exclamation point, whatever the YouTube command is.
Jizz?
You know? Yeah, that's,
We also
that's
we
the
also
only
have
command that matters, right?
We also have this one, which is from Mike's live stream of Blades in the Dark, or Blades in the Dark, Dark Souls,
That's what we're doing right now.
medieval Blades in the Dark. You know,
Blades in the Dark Souls.
yes, Blades in the Dark Souls.
There is a Dark Souls hack of Blades in the Dark, by the way.
Yeah.
It's called, one second, pull it up here. I have it in my RPGs documents folder on my computer, because I have one of those.
Blades in
That
the Dark
one
Souls?
Is called, man, I think it's just Blades in the Dark. No, that's this one. Blades Against Darkness, maybe?
What?
Something Blades, something Darkness.
Nice job.
I think the Dark Souls one is called Blades Against Darkness.
Hey, hey, Anthony.
Hey.
Why don't you try that MySpace command again? There you go. Enjoy that.
Oh, nice.
God,
I don't get to
I
have
don't
so
go
much
to much
the
anymore.
Twitch
I
chat,
wish
and I
it
don't get to
was-
participate.
I know, but I just love
Should
that
I try to load up
I
the Twitch
found-
chat
I
and see if
found-
my internet dies?
I found your MySpace. Anyway,
I have one connection.
yep, good job. So what's everyone been up to this week? Ian, how about you? What have you been doing this week?
I did my first day of work yesterday.
My man.
It was okay.
Okay.
Found out that I'm working through the weekend, which is a little
Less
disappointing.
okay. Yeah, that's less okay.
But, you know, whatever. Haven't been up to much. I've been catching up on a couple shows here and there, but I watched The Nice Guys
What's that?
Oh.
with Russell Crowe and who was the other one?
Is it Ryan Gosling or am I
Yes.
thinking okay.
Yes. Ryan Gosling. It's like a 1970s detective show, kinda comedy. It's a movie. Pretty good. I would recommend it. Very, very cool if you like the 70s era movies, I guess. It was really, really neat to see stuff like that in that. But I had a couple things prepared, like you should talk about this tonight, and then of course, like every week, I forget what it is because that's my life. So
Classic. What about you, Mike? How you been? What have you been up to?
I've been okay. Trying to start my new job that was promised to me before I made the move halfway across the country. The having of the job is not in question or anything.
That's
but,
good.
it's just taking them a long time to allow me to start making money again.
Yikes.
So that's where I'm at. But that's given me a lot of time to do absolutely nothing of inherent value,
Great.
like
Great.
watch TV shows on Netflix and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
What have you been watching on
Let's
Netflix?
Let's see. I watched Quantico, which is very good. Highly recommended. I finally caught up with season 6 of The Walking Dead because they just added that to Netflix. So I did that. Let's see. What else have I watched? Oh, I finished up Mr. Robot because that show's pretty good.
That's 2
I
seasons,
like it
right?
a lot. I think so. Yeah. I just
Cool.
finished up the 2nd season today. I haven't really watched anything super new. I rewatched
I mean, it sounds like
Law-Abiding
you've-
Citizen.
It sounds like you've watched a lot in the last little bit of time.
Yeah. I rewatched Law-Abiding Citizen the other day because that's a really good movie.
I don't know what that one is.
That's has Gerard Butler and Jamie Foxx in it. It's about
I still don't know
Gerard
what it is.
Butler. I was getting there. Plot synopsis: Gerard Butler's wife and daughter get murdered by a guy, and his attorney makes a deal with the guy that did the murder to have the guy that actually killed his wife and daughter. He was going to say the other guy did it, so the other guy got a death penalty, but he got off with only 3 years of jail time. And Gerard Butler's like, I'm not cool with this. So he becomes some super smart spy assassin in order to kill a whole bunch of people.
He
while
just
he's
becomes
freaking
it. He manifests himself as a
just, like-
super spy.
Yeah. He just walks into a room and then comes out and he's got guns and he's like,
Because if I could do that, just walk out of the room and then come
Yeah.
back in, I'm a spy now. Then,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, it's one of the stories that is told about his exploits is that he invented from scratch some high-tech ratcheting carbon fiber thread that he sewed into a necktie so that the guy was strangled to death with his own necktie in his bathroom.
so Emily, how are you?
I am pretty okay right now. I was having a really good day, and then it got really weird and bad, and that's okay. Yeah, the past week has been kind of chaotic because my grandmother has been in the hospital, and so we've all just kind of been on edge in the family. Yeah, so that's kind of a downer note, but this past weekend was pretty good. Me and Matt's roommate Matt spent 5 hours trying to beat PT.
Oh my god.
Yes, the playable teaser. Not realizing that the PS4 controller, as it turns out, does not have a built-in microphone, as we erroneously assumed. And in order to actually beat the game,
Anthony, stop that!
I will tell you, I asked Matt, are you sure that there is a microphone in there? As we are screaming at the controller for hours trying to say the right command. And Matt's like, I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye! Okay, bye.
But there's a happy ending because we came back to it the next day with a microphone and we beat it in 30 seconds.
Look at this. Look at this right here. Okay, you see
That's a
that? That's a
Speaker.
speaker. But
Yeah, it's not-
someone told me on the internet that it was a microphone, and I'll be damned if I didn't believe it. The next day, check this out.
They put a microphone on the Wii controller.
Oh yeah.
He did.
The next day, my roommate's
My,
like, so I think we have to plug in the headphones, and I'm like, it's okay. Let's try it. and then we beat the thing that we spent 5 hours on. We beat in like a minute.
Yes. It was insane because we spent so long stuck on the final loop of the game doing like the spookiest and scariest things possible to try to unlock the ending. Like we had to like chase down this freaky tweaking ghost lady. It was like 1 a.m. and
Do
we
you want
were
to know
going
how I
insane.
unlocked the ending for PT? You want to know?
I'd
Did you
love
watch
to
it
know.
on YouTube?
I watched it on YouTube.
That doesn't count, Michael. Don't be that way. Don't be that way to us.
I watched.
Some people like to
Game
work
Squad
for what
play
they get, you know?
Yeah, but I don't have a PS4 or yeah. I almost called it the piece of shit 4. But, you know.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Actually, you know what?
They got no
I was
games.
seriously I was seriously astonished at how good the games looked on the PS4. Like my roommate has every single PlayStation, and watching him play games on PS4 is just like, wow, it's super good. Like the graphics on this are just incredible. So, yeah, pretty wild.
Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, Anthony, or actually Emily, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Not that I can think of, other than the fact that I am currently watching Westworld, which I talked about last week, and I'm still watching it, and it's still good, and I hear that it gets even gooder, so I will still be watching it. But
excellent.
That's about it.
Anthony. Thank you. Ian, you said in Skype that you remembered what it was that you wanted to say. Do you still remember that?
He forgot it again, didn't he?
Yeah, I do remember it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's worth it now, but okay.
Well,
I'll say it.
We've gone this far.
Yeah, I might as well at this point. Although I could just say, no, I don't remember it and not say what I wanted to say. But
it's too late. We got you recorded. The
to
internet
Blades in the
remembers.
Yeah. Okay. It's a show that I've been watching that y'all should watch. I believe I told Emily about it, but it's called Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, go watch it.
After this.
Yes, after this, to be sure. But it is a BBC show set in like kind of during to like after the Napoleonic War. It's about magicians in England, and specifically 2 of them that actually do real magic, and it has just like a fantastic cast of actors that's brilliant at what they do. The writing is interesting, and I found it funny at parts where I was watching it and like I'm like, I feel like I should be bored by this show, but something about it just keeps me going. Like if I was watching a different show, I'd be bored. But this show there's something about it that just pulls it forward and keeps going, and you're like really invested into it, and the writing and just the acting is so good. So if you have a show or a need for a show, you should watch that show.
Well, thank you for
I
that.
always have a need for shows.
I always have a need for real magic, which that show's about. So, you know, I see you, Anthony. Anyway, as for me, I haven't done anything crazy this week. I've just been settling in. As you can imagine, moving is it's a process that takes longer than it takes to actually move stuff upstairs. Even though I only moved like 30 minutes away from my previous residence, just a lot of things changed. So just been getting used to that stuff and being excited to play Blades in the Dark. So yeah, let's go ahead and go into that.
So last when we left off, you guys were inside the warehouse headquarters of the Lamp Blacks and have successfully stolen the life of one Bazo Baz.
I wouldn't call it
right
stolen.
out from under him. Stolen.
Was it under him or was it like in him? I think it was in him.
Depends on your perspective, I guess.
Where
But
we
yeah,
looked.
he's... So, Silas, would you consider him to be a bloody pulp at this moment?
No, I mean I almost cut him in half, but I'd say that there's
he's two
definitely
bloody
blood.
pulps.
Hey, there's no pulp, but there's blood. There's plenty of that.
Blood on the floor, on your hands, on your weapon
Yeah.
thing, your sharp thing that cuts people, whatever the heck it is. I don't know what to call your weapon because it's a scary, unusual weapon. It's like
It's like a very, very sharp knife that on one end is extremely razor sharp, but on the other end is just an array of teeth, essentially. So one end's serrated, one end's sharp. Think about that.
So it's a Cutco.
So
I can picture it.
Cutco.
The rest of you are above him in the windowed office overlooking the warehouse floor. Giuseppe, you are on sniper duty. Lyric, you were on sick the ghosts on the guy's duty. And Wakasis was on try to convince Helen to open the door duty.
Oh, and I remember I was helping, Lyric was helping Giuseppe find the ghosts, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we left off doing.
Yeah, you and I
You
were
were
about
gonna
to
put
try
on
to
your
clear out the
spirit mask.
ghosts.
Yes.
There's a lot of them. There's probably, 10 to 12 of them at this point of the ghosts.
That's
For
a lot
now.
of ghosts.
A lot of spookers.
Yeah.
And the
It's
beat we
Halloween
did leave off
time.
on.
Who are we going to call?
Silas, you were wanting to drink your Rage Essence vial, Silas, if I remember right.
I already did, I believe.
Okay. Who do we want to start off on? Who wants to do something first? That question is not rhetorical. It requires an answer.
Perhaps Lyric should, so that we can get started on this ghost busting.
As I recall, I was whipping out my fine spirit mask to do a little scouting on Giuseppe's behalf.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine, where's Giuseppe in the room right now? Is he next to the window,
yeah, if you
like
look
kind
on
of off to the side?
If you look on Roll20, you can see where I'm at. I'm up against the wall that overlooks the like larger room that Silas is in, sort of like the freight room, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So I imagine that like I'm probably crouched down right next to you with the fine spirit mask. I don't know if I need to like roll to successfully pinpoint a ghost or just go for it. Because
With the
they're-
spirit mask,
they're
it's
kind of all
as easy
over.
as looking, because that's the point
Okay.
of, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So I can see this as probably either being assisting another PC who's rolling an action or setting up a character
Mhm.
who's going to follow through. As far as
Okay.
teamwork goes, that sounds kind of like what you guys are doing. So Lyric,
Yeah.
you'd either be assisting or setting up.
I believe she's
Steppy?
setting me up, because
Yes.
if she's not assisting me shooting, because then I would be rolling the shot on an invisible enemy, as much as
Right.
as like she's setting me up to properly shoot the ghosts.
Mhm.
Like I said, setup or assist works, so we can do setup. So if your action has its intended result, any member of the team who follows through on your maneuver gets an additional +1 effect or improved position for their role. You choose the benefit based on the nature of your setup action. So you are, we say, attuning to the ghost field using your spirit mask to try to help them out, or do you think this counts more as like
Like a
something
study or
Probably survey.
study, maybe survey? Survey would
Mhm.
work.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good question, because it's it's basically a matter of just putting it on. So if I was trying to do more in the process of having it on, then it could be attuned.
Yeah.
But it
Well, so the way I think about it, like the putting on the mask is nothing you should roll for, because that's just as simple as you putting
Sure.
on the mask and then you can see them. But accurately telling me where to target, like where to aim my gun and
Okay.
shoot, that is really, I think, what you're doing by setting me up. So that could be attuned.
Study or survey.
That could be survey. That could be even hunt,
Survey.
because it's not really like. I mean, she's not shooting, but she's hunting
Sure.
with me.
Right.
She's hunting the ghost, like, and I'll
Right.
be rolling hunt for it.
yeah, I mean,
Survey or
I'm
hunt could work.
Okay.
I think I will go ahead and hunt
Great.
in that case. Okay. What's my position?
Position on this, we're going to call it a risky at the moment. You guys aren't currently under any direct threat, so
Right.
you're not that desperate yet. If you guys were like in the middle of the warehouse floor surrounded by guys like Silas is, then it would be
Desperate.
desperate, but I'll call it risky.
Okay, so would that also be standard effect then?
Standard effect, yeah.
Okay. Let's give it a whirl.
Dang.
Super.
All right, so
average.
super not helpful. So
Well, not super not helpful, just not helpful.
Not unhelpful.
Yeah.
well, it's a 3.
Super
So-
not very helpful.
So something distracts you from being able to accurately call these ghosts out. What do you think that would be? What shows up on the scene that distracts you from being able to give Giuseppe accurate instructions?
I would imagine. So Lyric is kind of she's on the brink of turmoil, just in general. And is still kind of distracted and coming out of her like fugue state of being attuned into the ghost field and trying to compel spirits and whatnot. So I imagine that it would actually be something like kind of in her mind, like not something that anybody else would see.
Okay.
I'd like to think that maybe all of a sudden she sees in front of her like Satara just flying by. Because I know that behind the scenes she's been, Lyric has been working on her ritual, and Satara wants a piece of that. So I think that that's something that's kind of distracting her. And since she's sort of in this vulnerable state to arcane powers, I think that she would see Satara, whether or not she's actually there, but it would kind of throw her off.
Okay. Yeah, so you're like, you put on your spirit mask, and for like the second after you put on your spirit mask, if we were watching this as the audience, everything would seem to go slow motion for a second, and you would see like Giuseppe looking over at you, and you can't really hear what he's saying, you know, kind of muffled. We might be able to make out like, where do I shoot, or something along those lines. But then you see, you know, Satara kind of like walk in front of the warehouse door, and she makes direct eye contact with you, and then moves on. And so that was risky, so you are going to end up in a desperate position or lose the opportunity. I don't think losing the opportunity makes sense here. So what probably happens then is a few of the guys that were being attacked on the catwalk, they're going to break free, and they're going to, you know, there's probably a little walkway right up here, you know, on that upper corner connecting the catwalk to the staircase to the office, and they're going to run towards the office and get in there. So now there's like 3 guys in that office ready to mess you guys up.
There'll be more guys.
What do you do?
So, I mean, I can see these guys like break free and start moving, and I look at Lyric, Lyric, are you like stunned a little bit by what you've just seen?
Yeah, I think that like I was imagining her kind of like kneeling down so as to be out of the way while Giuseppe was preparing to aim. And I think that she would kind of like fall back, so she's kind of sitting and supporting herself on the ground, like kind of staring off.
So yeah, Giuseppe like sees her do that, and she doesn't say anything, and so he takes the ectoplasmic like round that he had chambered, and he just opens up the chamber and puts it back in his pocket and reloads a regular shell. Seeing these guys like walking or running back down the catwalks, and I take aim and I look to Acasis and I say, "We have more." Can I shoot them, or?
You probably don't have a clear line of sight from where you are currently. I don't think that there's any windows in this wall over here.
Okay.
This wall here is the only one that has windows, so you'd have to wait for them to get in the door before you can fully see them.
Okay, well then I say that to Acasis, and then can I prepare an action or anything like that?
I think we could probably do that.
Like I want to take aim
know
at the
if there's-
doorway. I want to hold that line of sight.
Sure,
What's this
you're essentially holding your action in D&D terms.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm preparing an action. It's a little bit.
Is that a thing
In
you-
5th edition? It's a little bit different, but yeah, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Anthony, what were you saying?
I was.
Is it alt click to ping?
Yeah.
For me, it's just hold down the mouse button
Oh, I guess you could
Oh,
just
there
hold
we
it
go.
too.
with the mouse pointer.
What's that red blob?
That's fire. That's where I blew up the. That's the little explosion I had. I just felt like.
And it
throwing
probably still is a little bit on fire. You can
And
see
that is
some
the only
flames
exit
stuff.
that's not into this back office here, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And there's fire in the exit.
It's not like blocking the exit or anything, but like the door frame is on fire.
Beside it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, it's not getting better. It's- okay. um,
No, things are not improving for you guys.
no, okay.
Damn.
I just fucked it all up.
How tall? How long is it gonna take the guys to get to the door?
There's no like rounds effectively in this, but essentially next round.
Do I
Would
have
it be-
time to? I have time to do something meaningful before they get here.
Yeah.
Can I? How tall is the bookshelf I was hiding behind?
It's probably a, 5-shelf bookcase, so it probably goes. How tall are you? Maybe a little taller than you are.
Like 6 foot something, maybe.
Yeah, 6 foot average bookshelf height.
Sure. So it's not. It doesn't go to the ceiling, but
Right.
it's taller than me. It's like a substantial bookshelf.
Doesn't go all the way to ceiling, but it's not like one of those little 2-shelf Walmart bookshelves either.
I want to like clear it out and like get somebody to help me put it like here. Hold on. Like there. So I can push it into the fire on top of the guys when they come in the door. A trap.
Yeah.
It's a trap. I would say in order to get it all the way across the room before those guys get here, someone is going to have to go out to hold them off for just a few seconds. I don't think that you can carry that thing all the way across the room because that's going to be slower than walking, if that makes sense.
I barely have time to walk there, basically, is what you're saying.
You would have time to get across the room for sure, but there's not enough time to call someone over, clear out the bookshelf, and take it all the way across the room.
Not enough
That's
time
a
to
lot
push
of
the
stuff.
bookshelf over and pick it up with somebody's help on the other end.
Yeah.
Okay. Would the bookshelf be better cover if it was pushed over? Not really. Are the dead bodies still in the room?
Are there dead bodies still in the room? Yeah,
should-
the
they
guys
should
that
be.
got
The guys
blown
they
up by
killed?
the explosion. Yeah.
Well, and the people we shot already, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Were they all caught in the explosion as well?
Two
Not
of
all of
them
them.
got caught in the explosion. Then we killed 2 more, and then there's some people down by Silas.
Okay. What kind of shape are they in? Are they looking good? Are they pieces? Like, are they
The guys
complete
that
dead
got
bodies?
exploded?
Yeah.
Their
So
faces are probably all mangled. They
Yeah.
didn't like get blown up into several pieces. It wasn't a huge explosion, but
But it's more like they're burned and stuff.
yeah, for sure. Their clothes are singed.
How many chairs are in the room?
5 or
Well,
6.
at least the one behind the desk. Okay. Do I have time to put the dead bodies in chairs facing the door?
Probably have time to get
Maybe
one
2 of them?
body into a chair
One?
by
I have
yourself.
time to put one body in front of the chair. Okay.
If you have someone else help you, someone else could put a body in a chair.
Okay.
You know?
I put I put as many bodies as I can manage into chairs with their backs to the door, in front of the door. Like maybe like one here, and I motion for help. And I put another chair like over here.
With their backs to the door?
Yeah.
Who are you getting to help you with that? Giuseppe or Lyric?
I can
Lyric.
help.
I motioned
It's
to
all
Lyric
my
to help
fault.
me.
Yeah, so Lyric's like on her knees, like freaking out.
He's a
and-
sniper, so it's not like he's
and-
gonna help.
and
Right? So
I got a quick scope, and I pat Lyric on the shoulder and I say, "What cases needs you? Go!" And I just kind of like motion her to go to like try to break her out of whatever fugue state she's in, and
Yeah, and I just tear off the mask and I stumble forward and run up to help you.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can get both those bodies in that position. And you're like maybe just starting to run away from the bodies before the like 3 or 4 guys come through the door. I'm
gonna hop into this chair that's in the back with my back to the door and slump over.
nice.
what, you're like there?
You guys aren't actually
Or I just
pinging
moved
it.
your name? Moved his name.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
yeah,
see.
something like that. If there's a chair right in front of me and another one a little off the side.
Sure, and you want to like be pretending like you're dead?
Yep, and I have one chair like in line of sight, like not blocking line of sight, but between the turned over desk and the line of sight of the door is one of the chairs.
Like that?
And then there's
Alright.
another.
Yeah. Where do Lyric and Giuseppe want to be when those guys come through the door?
That's a good question.
I am posted up just where I am right now. I'm kind of like behind the desk. Like I'm kneeling down with my rifle pointed at the door, obviously leaning around the body that's there on the chair.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm just trying to prepare that action.
Do any of the chairs have wheels?
I think the only chair in this room that would have wheels would be Bazo's main office desk chair.
Okay, that's the one
Because
that's
he's
between.
fancy like that.
That's gonna be this one right here.
Okay.
I was here in Bazo's chair.
Yeah. No, well, I'm not in Bazo's chair. The dead body in front of me is in Bazo's chair.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna say. So did we not move the bookshelf at all? Is that still where it was?
Yeah, the bookshelf is still where it was.
Okay, because I imagine like maybe I run behind it and get ready to do something when people show up.
You can be
Scamper
behind the
off.
bookshelf.
Yep.
And that's about all you guys have time to do before those like 4 guys come running through that open doorway, flames surrounding them on the door.
So as soon as since I like prepared that action, can I just shoot one as soon as I see him? Like I'm aiming at like head
We'll let that
level
happen.
and
I want to get to Silas before we
Sure,
resolve that.
okay.
But yes, you can.
great.
Silas, you are accosted on 2 sides by like 3 guys in front of you and like 2 guys behind you. One of them got shot by Giuseppe, if I remember right. But yeah,
I think he missed.
I missed.
I'm pretty sure it missed.
I shot right
Okay.
next to the guy.
Yeah.
I missed him. Yeah.
yeah. So 3 on each side then, and you just swug your rage distance file.
Swug.
What do you do?
Slug.
Wait.
Swug
Is,
it?
wait. Is swug a word? I really
gonna
I
look
hope
it up.
so.
It's the past tense of swag.
Swug.
I was saying past tense of swig because you take a swig.
Oh.
of something, you swag. You swag.
You want to know what SWUG stands for?
Oh no,
It's
I don't.
it stands for a senior washed up girl, which is a young woman in her final year at a 4-year collegiate establishment who
Emily.
has also given up the possibility of youth.
Emily,
I don't know
Did you
what
find
this
this
is.
on
Whoa!
Urban Dictionary or
That's-
something?
Emily, I've been meaning to tell you this. I don't think you should use Urban Dictionary as like a literal source.
No, I just read the first thing that came up on
Oh
Google.
my gosh, that's the worst.
I was hoping we had.
Is
a
that
word
what you
search
meant,
thing.
Mike?
Not really.
Nice.
He took a swag. What does that mean?
Are you a senior washed up girl?
Uh,
I'm pretty sure.
We prefer if I said you took a swig of your Rage Essence vial.
Yes.
There. We're now
There we go.
And
properly
also,
in grammar.
the past tense for swig is swigged.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
You swigged.
No
You swigged it.
swag.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh.
You got the dead
What
body
do
of
I do?
Bazo, who just fell on the ground. You hear commotion up above you.
Man,
Something's happening.
We just went rage.
I don't
so-
even know. I know, but like, there's 6 people here. Like,
You're a small gang.
yeah, but they're also tier 2, so I guess, yeah, why not? I'm gonna. Oh gosh, so there's 6 people here. Wasn't there like I thought there was 4 on each side? Was there only 3 on each side?
I was saying 3, 2, 4. So
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna establish it at 3 on each side
Okay.
at this point, because
All right.
they're before you guys started all this commotion. They were grouped in groups of 3 to 4. Pretty shortly, they're gonna start clumping up into larger groups, like as those smaller groups coalesce, and they're gonna start attacking in much larger numbers pretty shortly. But this all just like basically just happened because you fell out the window and like killed Bazo just right there, and that's where we are now. They haven't had a
Okay.
whole time to gather yet.
Okay, so I think what happens is, let me pull up my character sheet real quick. I
Always a good place to refer to when you're like, what can I do?
yeah. I guess I'm gonna just have to attack someone. That's pretty much what I can do well.
Try to run, the path from you to like the bottom of the stairs, there's no one between you and those stairs at the moment. Everyone else is like on this side of the warehouse floor, and there's probably like another group up here in the corner too, but there's no one between you and the staircase that leads back up to the office at the moment, just to let you know.
I'm trying to think what would happen in this situation. So I'm hopped up on rage. The rage is coursing through my veins. It's starting to cause my blood to boil. I think I scream something up to the group
What do you
in the
scream?
room. I'm not sure if it's actual words. It's probably no. It's something in like Taikarosi. I don't know if Giuseppe.
I might know it.
Yeah, I'm not Taikarosi. Everyone else is, but I'm not.
Yeah. So I scream in Taikarosi because that's my native tongue. Like
Nationwide is on your side. Or something like that.
something like that.
Great.
Except more along the lines of "get down here," or
It'll be a bit.
it's like implicating. It's implicating either "get down here" or "help." Like essentially, like not in the desperate plea, but more like "please come down" is more of the terms of the words are what's being said. And then I leap at which group should I attempt to murder? I will jump back towards the group closer to the whatever the room is up above.
Okay.
And now, Michael, I've seen that you've added a lot of orange dots to this now.
Orange dots? They're
so,
actually squares and rectangles, not dots.
So how many of these shapes are on the floor, and how many of them are on the catwalks? Like,
All the ones down here are on the floor.
okay.
If you want to know about the catwalk scenario, we're probably,
I did not mean to add more.
So are
You
the
want
not
some
paying
more? I'll
attention.
give you some more.
is there a difference between the red ones and the orange ones?
The red ones
No.
are the ones I drew.
That's just different people drawing them, but yeah.
Okay.
Are you
We're
done?
probably
I
like
think-
that.
I have an idea as this happens. That
Are
I'll say like.
Are the
Yeah.
relative sizes relative to the?
No, a size of shape doesn't matter. A singular shape is a singular individual man or woman. You know, we're not discriminating here.
That's very squarest of you.
Yeah, except for this one.
Yeah, what's the purple square? What?
Oh, whoa.
I was just there, you know.
What is that?
That
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
know what that
Let's-
represents.
Let's move on from the
it's a
purple
little
square.
fairy.
Silas, what are you
Okay.
doing?
So I am, as I lunge towards the group closer to the Bajo's office. I would like to have a flashback occur, which is essentially. So, is this a factory that has skylights in it?
Definitely.
Okay. I want to have a flashback, which is that our cohort of bandits, who we've previously, recruited, smash through the glass on top of the ceiling and rappel down on ropes.
Ah.
Okay. Now, the cohort that you guys purchased, they used to be called Shadows. What are they called now again?
Bandits.
They're bandits.
They're bandits. Okay. And what do bandits do? Where's the cohort section of the rules? I suppose
Should
the only
be,
thing
like,
that matters
right
is
after.
what's their.
It's on
qualities.
creation, I think. They're scouts, infiltrators, and sneak thieves.
Okay.
So is
What's
this a
their
flashback where they
quality?
did this beforehand, or are they doing it now?
Like as Silas lunges, and the assumedly like as he shouts whatever he said, up to the room, which was assumedly meant for the group in Bajo's. As he says this, that's when they do their thing.
Okay. So the flashback would be to, discuss with them the plan to jump down through the skylights on your signal.
Well, it's more like, hey guys, we're going to this. I think it's a flashback in which we see, and I don't know who else would have been aware of this. It's very possible that someone else in the crew was there when this occurred, but it's basically a flashback in which they were told to go to Bajo's and sneak in and remain hidden and await a signal, whatever that is. They're they are, because of their independent quality. I kind of figured they would know what the opportune time to come in was, and
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So, let's see. Setting up that, we'll call that a one stress flashback because you're just talking with them, telling them what you want to do. So, yeah, you guys are in the gambit, would you say, having this conversation?
yeah, or I think so. I think that would make sense.
Okay. Do you want to play out the conversation, or do you just want to say that it happened?
I think I've kind of detailed what was said, basically. I don't think he would go into any more details, and I don't think it would require much role playing, except for that all I basically told them was to do this thing.
Right. Yep. They nod, and probably the one that calls himself the leader of their crew, he steps forward and says, "We'll get it done." See, that guy's name is going to be
Teddy.
Pull up the GM reference.
Harold.
It could be Teddy. We're gonna call him.
Martin.
We're gonna call him Bird.
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 Wait. Okay.
It's under the alias names list.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Bird rappels in off the ceiling and is here to help us.
Yes.
Excellent.
Hooray!
What happens?
Welcome, Bird.
Yeah, there's a crashing of breaking glass, and you have to cover your head, Silas, and so like the guys that are surrounding you, they have to cover their head, or otherwise risk being injured by falling glass.
Do any of
And
them get killed by the falling glass, Michael?
No, they don't get killed by the falling glass.
Throw us a bone.
If I say that they can get killed by the falling glass, I have to see if Silas gets killed by the falling glass, and I don't think you want that.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so then ropes are thrown over the side, and it's typically, what is the size? It's a group of like 4 to 6.
It's like 5 people. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think 5 people makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like 5 ropes that get thrown over the side, and they, with style and skill, rappel down, and they land on the floor, weapons drawn, ready to help. So
Yeah, and I think that's what happens is when I yell and like kind of run at them, that's when I would like to perform a group action of attack, I think.
Okay.
Um,
2, 3, 4, 5.
which I believe is a group action where they roll their quality.
Yep, they're gonna roll their quality, which is 1, and you're gonna roll on your command.
Command, I believe.
Yep. So. They rolled a 2.
Okay. What's the position?
Position, even in the playing field, so we're just gonna call it risky,
Okay.
because this is a much more even playing field than it was before. Immediately, with the guys immediately surrounding you.
Okay. So would I would imagine since I'm fighting them, technically I would get my effect from brutal, which is that I get a +1 effect when harming them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that could work.
So was that from standard to great?
It was standard effect.
Okay.
So are you taking on? Well, it depends on who you're attacking, because right now, if the 6 of you effectively were to go and attack the group of 3 that's directly in front of you, you greatly outnumber and outmatch them, because not only do you double their numbers just immediately, but you also count as a small gang, so that helps you even more.
I
So
would be telling them to do that, and I would be attacking the 3 that are not being attacked.
Okay, so yeah, then if you're doing that, then I would say that your command roll to tell them to do that wouldn't get the +1 effect from brutal, because you're not directly engaged in that fight. It's more of your ability to direct them to killing other people, and then when you go to attack the other 3, then that would get your brutal impact.
But by doing a group action, that is me performing the attack, right? Or is that? I always just assumed that that within that it kind of affected all of that, and I wouldn't have to roll an attack because I'd be commanding them and you fighting with them essentially.
Brutal. Your attacks are more powerful. You hit as if wielding a heavy weapon. You gain +1 effect when you harm physical targets. So I don't think that the command roll in and of itself would gain the benefit from that, because you're just telling them what to do, and then you attacking the other 3 is going to be a separate roll that you will get that benefit from, if that makes sense.
But what I'm saying is that by rolling my command, it kind of is a part of that whole roll. Like the command falls under me attacking them as well, is what I'm saying. I don't have to make a separate command to do that thing. Or are you saying I'm commanding them to attack and I add my command to how they attack?
Well, yeah, it's leading a group action. You know.
Okay. So you're saying
I would allow it. I would allow it for sure, because I think that your argument makes sense. So I would allow that if you want to
Okay.
add that to plus effect level to your
Okay.
command roll.
Yeah. And I don't think I'll take any bonus dice right now because I don't want to deal with the devil's bargain, and I also can't take any more stress. So I'll just have to cross my fingers. So
You can always take more
Nice.
stress. A 5 it is. Okay. Yeah, so how does you commanding them look exactly? Is it just a quick shout, or is it a little more detailed than that?
I think what it is it's they jump down from the ceiling, rappel, and they land on the ground, and I kind of give a quick nod to the lead to Bird,
Mhm.
and I think I say a couple things in Taikarosi, because I think it would make sense for Bird to be Taikarosi, as someone would need to know what I had said. And so I
Okay.
think I probably say a couple things to him really quickly, like, we need to get out of here now, or else stuff's gonna go down. Let's take these guys out. And then I maybe like jump at the three of them as they kind of coalesce onto the other three.
Okay. Yeah, so you have that real quick exchange with Bird, and I think that as they come down, one of the guys, not Bird, but one of the other guys, he like gets caught in his rope, like his weapon got like tied up in it while he was rappelling down, and so he's like trying to yank it out, but it's caught on the rope, and he like takes a sword swing like to his left arm. He's not down and out, but he's injured for sure, and
Okay.
he manages to push the guy off and get his sword out and join the fight, and then you jump on the other three. Let's see what everyone else is up to while you're doing that, and then we'll get back to your attack roll. So the 4 guys have just come into that office. Giuseppe, you were going to take a shot
Shooting.
at one of them. Go ahead and do that.
I'm shoot. I'm shoot them.
Okay. Boom, boom, bang.
I have potency.
Yes.
So hooray.
This is
What
true.
position is this? Is this controlled because I have prepared?
Yeah. I
And-
can see that
And the effect is great, correct?
because you have potency.
Yes.
You're also attacking 4 guys.
Well, I'm
So they have
shooting
to
one,
scale.
and they are also coming through the door that has fire on it, and I have teammates in here. My intent is not to shoot all of them; it's to shoot one of them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hunt then. Standard effect. Great effects with your potency.
Right.
No.
I have done it.
You did it. So 5 on controlled with great effect is you do it. Consequence takes extra time. Reduced effect in a bit of risky position. All right, yeah. So you take aim and fire, and you get one of them square in the chest, and he like falls back and slumps down against the wall. And then 2 of them like they don't see Lyric or Wakasis yet because Wakasis is pretending to be dead. So 2 of them are gonna make a beeline for you. In the flutter fight. Can I move these guys?
No, you
So
can't.
are they
move this
moving? Are they moving into the doorway?
They're moving
Yeah.
into the room. Yes, they're gonna try to go this way.
I am going to react to that. Can I?
Do the react thing.
I'm going. So can you describe the chair I'm in for me so I can go ahead and explain the maneuver to you?
What am I describing for you?
The chair that I'm sitting in. It's
So-
not the rolling chair.
It's not the rolling chair. So it's a wooden chair, very basic. Probably leans a little bit to one leg because it's off balance. So it does that, clack clack, clack clack. When you try because it's not level on the floor.
Sure.
But it's got just the wooden rods on the back. Very basic chair.
I'm gonna push myself forward in the chair and push
Take
the
two
chair
stress.
back
I'm just kidding.
to shove the rolling chair with the dead body like into the back into the fire and at them. Like
Shove rolling chair into body and fire.
Body
well,
buffer.
I'm using my chair to like propel the rolling chair forward.
So what, you like get out of your chair, pick up?
No, I like push it back as I go to the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so you shove the rolling chair forward, trying to catch, like it was these two guys that were trying to run away. So they're like trying to run in the direction of Giuseppe, but you
Instead, there's a flaming chair body situation. Dead body, chair, fire, all kind of
all right.
appearing.
Let's see. What do you think that you'd be rolling for that?
Maybe finesse.
Can I make a suggestion?
What's your suggestion?
There's a lot of orange dots here. Can we make a group action to say we are dealing with this group of assailants?
Yeah.
And we can illustrate how we're doing it, like with this chair and distracting and shooting and whatever else. But we should just do one action probably to deal with this
take on the
pod of
group?
dudes. Yeah, because I mean, there's a bunch of us here, and also Silas rolled to kill people, but never actually killed anybody.
Well, he rolled a group action, and they went and engaged in a fight.
But what I was essentially just really quickly trying to say was I was trying to, the effect was to kill people, not to get those guys to fight people. Essentially, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they will. They'll be successful in their attempt to kill. I'm just trying to, bounce back and forth between the multiple fronts of action that are happening at the moment. So that's why it seems like things aren't moving as fast as they otherwise would, because I'm having to jump back and forth between Silas on the warehouse floor and everyone else in the office.
It would be helpful for us to know who is dead on the floor, because we need to know that.
Okay.
I mean, as he rolls for that sort of action. I know you're jumping back and forth, but knowing who is dying in this action is also pertinent to us up top, because if we dispatch these people, we need to know how to get ready for the next course of action. There's a lot of orange dots.
Sure.
Yes, there is.
I think that the bandits could take care of those three guys that they engaged in a fight without any losses, and according to the roll, that's what happens. So there, I went ahead and removed those for you.
Did Silas get
Can we? Well, Silas hasn't rolled his attack yet. We're gonna get back to him in a minute.
He rolled his attack as the command roll. That was the group action. The group action was the
No.
command to get everyone to fight.
The command was to get those guys to fight the other three, and then him to fight the other three is going to be a separate attack roll for him.
Okay, well then I
It's
misunderstood.
going to be
that.
two separate. Going to be two separate rolls.
Okay, well I misunderstood that. But we should take a quick break at 7:30,
Yep.
and we are going to have another about hour and a half of Blades in the Dark, while we try to trudge through the army of orange lamp black dots, and maybe not all of us die. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and enjoy the music. We will be back very shortly, so don't go anywhere. Thanks.